Okay, so hi guys. Today we're gonna talk about silver, gold, dollar index, and platinum. All right. So recently we saw silver moved towards its all-time high, and there was a lot of questions if it's gonna further push or not, right? So what we can see right here on the daily chart of silver is this big bearish red candle, right, on the day chart. It was, I think, New Year's, just before New Year. Yeah. Now, what we are seeing is this is a bearish engulfing candle, and I don't think the markets will move towards it or move past over what $84 right now, because I think it's a very big resistance area now. It's gonna act as a supply zone, honestly. And the fact being that further silver going up will only gonna put margin pressures on the futures and options chart basically. CME is gonna further raise margins to avoid their short positions getting liquefied. So there's less chances of a short squeeze right now than it was previously, honestly. And if it breaks above $84, then I think it will be a short squeeze very easily. For that to happen, a lot of scenarios needs to be occurring at the same time, I feel. So recently we saw during the weekend, right? We saw an attack on Venezuela, right? And uh, basically, yes, US is just gonna take it and use it for oil, and they're gonna be drilling lots of oil and selling it to the world basically. So I think that's a good thing for dollar and bad for gold and silver because I think there is some risk premium, you know, already priced in both charts. And recently, what we have seen, the price moves. So I think gold and silver needs to correct a lot again. But if it breaks to it if it breaks towards its high, we don't know what's gonna happen. But what we can see here is silver is currently in a downtrend. Not downtrend, but like a short-term downtrend here, and it's on a major support right now. I think I'm just gonna, yeah, that works. No, wait. I think I'm just gonna use the um, capital.com chart. Yeah, we need this one. Okay, fine. Yeah. So we can see silver is moving towards its new low, right? And in the 1 hour chart, not in the macro terms. I'll never say that. And it's towards a major support. So basically, if markets opened sideways on Monday and it took a resistance from here, it's gonna further move downside towards $68, right? And if it doesn't, then I feel it's gonna move sideways and then it's only gonna push above. Um, so it's near a major resistance and a major support right now. That's how markets closed on the Friday, basically. So what we can do is we see it is breaking down right now, but we don't know how markets are gonna behave on Monday right now. So it's better to avoid as well at the same time. But it's I think it's just gonna move. It's gonna correct here. It's gonna correct by a lot. I think it's gonna come down to what $53, $64, and then maybe testing the high again, and then we can decide what's gonna happen with silver. But at this point, Every upward move is being sold right now. Like we saw on just before the year end, silver moved 5.68% above, and then the New Year's Eve it went down again. So I think it's on a major level right now, and we can see some sharp corrections in silver right now. Yeah. So major levels to watch for is I think this $73.3. Yeah, if it goes above 74.5, then we can see a sharp pullback, and then maybe it goes further above only. But mm, the markets closed very neutral on Friday night, so it's fine. Similarly, on gold, we saw a weekly bearish candle here. Um, Not a very good sign again. But I think gold is pretty different from silver, right? So maybe gold can correct as well at this point. Um, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know at this point because I think dollar is only going to strengthen at this point. Near-term volatility exists. That's true in all the assets, in all these assets. But I think since the attack on Venezuela happened during the weekend, and you know, it is somewhat showing that the US still has power, and it can still contribute a lot to the world, and they still have a lot in hand right now. That means the currency could strengthen. We saw some sharp corrections this year in the dollar index. I think it's pretty much high time for dollar index to move above right now. It's only the charts aren't that good. I feel it's showing a downtrend in a downtrend right now. But if it moves over in the weekly chart, if the MACD goes above the zero line, the MACD line goes above the zero line, I think dollar could see a comeback in 2026, and gold and silver can further go down, correct themselves. Uh, Nonetheless, and we can see a really good stock market in 2026. So yeah, and we'll talk about platinum as well here. Platinum, here we go, platinum. Yeah. So what we see, platinum is making lower lows on the small time frame chart here. There's a big bearish engulfing candle. I think this is gonna act as a good resistance for some time. Maybe a lot of time. Maybe the entire year it could go or stay at these levels. The massive move in gold and silver. I think it's not gonna be a price correction this time, but a timely correction with small price corrections. It's gonna stay on these levels, but a time correction is when the market moves sideways and doesn't go up or down, but short downtrends and then maybe an upward move sometime in the near future. But I think that's how it's gonna work out this time around. So yeah, because of this massive selling pressure on the 84 level, $84 level, I think more and more people are really bullish on silver and gold right now, and I think that's what flipped this weekend, and I think it's gonna work out pretty well this time. I think the dollar is gonna go up again and test its recent highs, and we can see some correction in gold and silver. That's purely my opinion, I feel, and yeah, it's purely my opinion. All right, that's it for today. Thank you.